One second, guys. Let me catch my breath. 1 minute. Okay, so I know a lot of people have been like, she's trying to make local connections. This is crazy. Truth is, I have local connections. Okay. I don't know the people firsthand. At least I don't think I do. One of them looks really, really familiar to me. Okay. But I know people they're related to. Now, when Dawn and Candace, Jam 420, I've been talking straight up. It's up to you to watch. I'm not appeasing nobody here. Okay. Anyways, so when Dawn and Candace had that Hope Foundation come in, I can't remember their name. I went and I researched it. Okay. So did Enchanted Life Path. Nobody has disagreed with me that they are from here in Pennsylvania. Okay. Their foundation starts here, just outside of Pittsburgh. Okay. It happens to be a location. Now you guys can go search it because I'm not gonna dox anyone. Okay. And I have some feelings because I think I know something somebody in that foundation did, but I can't prove it right now. Okay. So I understand you weren't being rude, Jam, but it's like people don't understand, but they don't follow what I'm saying. And then they accuse me of being crazy. And I'm really not. Like the shit is there, it's public knowledge. Okay. So I started researching this foundation. I think I found, and I don't even know where I found it. I'm going to restart searching it because, like I said, I'm only one human. I'm doing all this research by myself and I can't remember where things are. And sometimes I get things scrambled. Okay. But it's public knowledge. You guys can put it in a Google bar and go look. You can go on Facebook. You could pull it up unless they've deleted it in the 2 years they've been involved. Okay. But their foundation is based out of here in Pittsburgh. Okay. I have not in Pittsburgh, it's a little bit outside of Pittsburgh. Okay. I have family that lives in the area. I have cousins that live in that area. I've never grown up there. I've never been in that area, but Pittsburgh is a small city. Like when they say people in Rogersville don't know each other, and I believe it's bullshit, it's because I live in Pittsburgh and I know people all over the damn place. You know what I mean? So, but I also grew up outside of the city on the other side a little bit. It's kind of like the same way, but not. You'd have to look at a map, okay? In an area called McKeesport. It's very close to that area, but in another direction, okay? Um, Actually, I even said in one of my comments the other day that outside of that area is the area I was talking about, that Janine chick. And we had a mayor that was running for Senate and it turned into a complete shit show. Oh, forget it. Anyways, so you'd have to look at a map to understand, okay? But, anyways, I started researching and researching and researching and researching, and these people do not have any 501c3 here in Pennsylvania that I can find. Now, I have found an article where they were involved in something. I can't remember what it was, and it might have even been on their website that I seen it. So don't quote me. I'm going to search for this shit again. Okay. Now, on top of that, I don't know who Kelly Fustos is. I've never paid attention to her. I don't know what part she plays in Summer's case. I don't know who she's connected to. I don't know where she came in. However, when Benny started like really hitting on her, I started to research her. Okay. Well, wouldn't you know, she's from the same area as this Hope Foundation. Here, right outside of my city. Okay, it's there. Go Ben verify it. All right. So I start to notice she has connections to Plano, Texas. That's where she's at. But her family's not there. They're outside in San Antonio. Okay. And on her Ben verified is the last name Demuth from here in Pittsburgh. And from there in Texas, San Antonio area. Okay. Well, wouldn't you know, one of her cousins happens to end up to be one of my husband's very best friends. Okay. Now, I don't know Kelly, but according to Ben Verified, I know her cousin. Okay. So we have been unable to get in touch with my husband's best friend since then. I have tried to reach out in every way possible, and it's strange that he just went silent towards us. So I'm going to say something. My husband doesn't like that I'm saying something because it is his best friend. Okay. But this is about summer, and these people have involved themselves. So, yes, there is Pittsburgh connections. Just so you guys know, it's there, it's public. Go look it up. Um, I don't think you're crazy. I just think that you get a little excited. It's not that I get a little excited, Jam. Maybe it is. Maybe it's the way I've been coming off to people because I've been fighting so hard to get people to listen to me. They've shut me up like about all of this. That's what people do not understand. I do not know why, and I don't know what role Fustos plays in this. So if somebody can fill me in, I'd be happy to know. But I know she connects to the same area as that foundation does here in my city. And I know people who are related to her according to the Ben Verified, if that makes sense to you guys. No, Jam, I'm not all over the place. I'm not. I never have been. I've been on the same path, same direction. When that rooster video ended, I just had to find unique ways to bring it out because people were suing me. Nobody wanted to take the time to listen to what I was saying. Hey, Crystal, it really does seem like you are pointing fingers. Who am I pointing fingers at? Scott? Is that what you're saying? Because here's what you guys are not understanding about that situation. Regardless, hold on, let me take a drink of water. Hold on. Regardless of whether that is Scott or whether that is not Scott, I would like to, if it's not Scott, fine. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. Let's see if Scott or any of them people will cover this man. Because here's why he's an offender. He is a very violent, sick, disgusting offender who ran from the registry for 2 years. This man, not Scott H, James D. Skelton, okay? He ran. He did not register for 2 years since guess what year? 2021. Okay? Um he could have possibly been in two locations. Summer was that day as he is registered at locations in the same area. For those that are turning a blind eye to that because it looks like somebody, you're sick. You're doing Summer a very great injustice. And I don't care what anybody has to say. It's very possible that man could have followed Candace home that day. Very possible. I'm just trying to get my points out there where people listen to it. I'm not trying to argue and fight with nobody. I'm not trying to start problems for nobody. But there are people that are involved with people that are shady as fuck when it comes to this case. And you know what? The people I'm talking about today are not even from that area. They're from my area. I don't know who these people are. One of them in that foundation looks extremely familiar to me. I don't know why. I'm not going to say I know her. Maybe she has a twin out there. I'm going to figure it out though. He is a suspect. And that's why I don't understand. Like, I get it. Ziggy wants to talk to him. Okay. And she should. If he wants to do interviews, but she is personally making it her own personal. Like, I'm sorry, guys. To me, it seems like she's in love with the dude or something. Like, I don't get it. I don't get the extent she's going to for this man who is considered a suspect. Eric, I'm sorry. That's just my opinion of it. But I really would. For those of you that like the research, I would like you to research that foundation that was on the phone with Dawn telling him shut up and sit down while he was drunk and shooting up on the phone. And Benny's reading notes to the daughter. And like, do you guys remember all of that? To me, that plays a role in whatever the hell happened with that marathon. At least I'm speculating. It's funny to me. I don't have the answers, but I know where the connections are because they're from my city. Well, my area. Do you guys understand? And this foundation doesn't have a 501c3. So why are they doing this on YouTube? Why did they go to that extent? Yeah, at first I was because it looked like him. I was shocked. Was you not? When you seen that picture, was you shocked? And I don't have any proof it isn't him. And you want to know why? Because Shay put that picture out of that guy and said, here he is with no beard. It don't even look like him. Well, what you don't understand is in one of them Megan's Law sites, and I'm not going to go search. You can search. You can go find it. It clearly states, like you click the tabs. I actually think it was the one that Shay took the photo from. You click the tabs and it'll give you a description of the person. And it tells you he changes his appearance a lot. He doesn't register. That man should not be out on the streets, no matter who he is. Aw, thank you, Yorkie. But yins are ignoring him. That's what you're not understanding. You're going on and on every time I post about it. It's you're accusing Scott. No, I'm not. And I've said it many times, but I will allude to the fact that to me, Scott has not been cleared of that. Okay? That is just an opinion. That is me speculating. I'm just saying the dude looks very much like him. It's sus. And even though you guys are saying no way, no way, I know when you seen that picture, you were like, huh? I even showed it to an Uber driver the other day on the way home from the hospital, explaining this to him. I showed him the picture first and I said, hey, I have a question for you. Do you think this is the same dude? And then I told him about my YouTube channel. After he agreed, it was the same dude. I didn't accuse him of being an SO. I accused him of looking like this guy. I don't know what Scott does. I don't know Scott. Nobody still knows Scott's real name. And Scott hid his face till he fucked up and thought I was going to be dragged into some bullshit in a Google Meet. And I said I seen his face and told people what he looked like. Okay? The things people don't pay attention to. He talks horribly about women. He has no problem saying offensive things about women. None whatsoever. He has no listening skills. He attacks before he understands the situation. I don't like the dude. All there is to it. All the fuck shit he has played in this case, the way he attacked me on Ziggy's panel, the way he attacked me on his panel, the way it continued for weeks, even when I wasn't addressing them, on Squall's panel, was disgusting. I have a right to an opinion. I knew Squall was, I don't know. I don't want to say nothing. Let's just leave it at that because they'll attack again. Okay? I'm just saying. I never accused Scott of being that dude. I said he looks like him. No, I don't personally know people from Pittsburgh connected to shit down there. I just happen to be a creator from Pittsburgh that researches. And when I hear something fishy, I look something up. And when you discover that there's some kind of fuck shit going on here coming from where I'm from, I'm calling it out. That's all there is to it. Morning, pandies. Well, if you think it's not him, it's not him. I don't know what to tell you. I just know James D. Skelton was possibly in 2 areas Candace was that day. That's all I'm trying to show you. If it's not Scott, it's not Scott. Tell Scott to cover it. Tell these creators to cover it. Why is it silence when something is brought out? I don't know who this man is. I know what his criminal charges are. I know where he lives. I know he's on the Megan's Law list. And I know he needs to be looked into because he was in 2 areas that Candace was with that baby that day. Make sense? For those of you that are saying, hey, you're accusing Scott. No, that's not what I'm doing. I still think he looks like Scott. Plain and simple. I'm allowed to say that. It's speculation. Some people have doppelgangers. Just happens to be these 2 doppelgangers are from the same freaking area. I don't know. Maybe he has a twin brother. I just don't understand why people don't get that. You guys are so blind and quick to attack somebody before listening to the situation. Are these other creators going to cover it? Nope, she just believe him. Huh? I don't know what Squall was. I know because of the part she's playing in this case and how she lies and how she has secret servers that she admittedly says that I play with little kids and I set up servers and people pay me to do it. I know she's sus. I don't know if I want to believe her story. I'm allowed to have my own opinion. Why do I have to follow the crowd? I have not. Listen, the very beginning of this case, I met Squall pretty much day fucking 1 in them groups. I didn't get along with her then. I came to YouTube, created my page, discovered she did an interview with Jody Sue early on. I make what I think is friends with Scott. He's building me up, boom, bang, sharing every fucking video I make, turning it into something it was not. Okay? I get starstruck. John Q comes on my panel. Cam comes on my panel. Scott comes on my panel. Within 2 days, I get like 1,000 subs. Okay? This is truth. when I start saying, maybe we should look at Squall, maybe we should look at this other shit in the Google Meets, immediately it's Shay in my inbox. Yeah, you should reach out to Amy. Yeah, it was my idea. I never said it wasn't. But Shay's like, yeah, reach out to her. That's such a fantastic idea. We go back and forth about it for like a whole damn day. Okay? I do exactly what Shay and I decided on, what we spoke about. Squall and Chicken on a Stick go ape shit. You reached out to Amy. It shook me. Huh? Why are yins attacking me? I thought it was an agreement. Right? And then it just continues from there. So, yes, I went on my panel and I said, I think Squall's sus. That's my opinion. Nobody has to follow it. Yeah. I think that could be talked about. I think the Redmond situation's interesting. Green eyes, but I think it needs to be talked about in a way you're not doxing people and hurting people, attacking people. Yes, Ronald, I know who Squall is. Squall has admitted I know who she is. She made a live and said, I know who she is. After a year of lying and saying, no, I'm not that person. The fuck she ain't. Kathy, Candace's friend, admitted that's her. Jody Sue admitted that's her. Give me 1 second. Sorry. But I'm no longer going to dox the name. People know what it is. Obviously, everything I do is wrong, so I no longer give names. Okay? That's how that goes. Y'all got to deal with my fairy tales and riddles and figure it out because all the fuck shit that's been going on. I am not allowed to come out here and speak freely. And I have my own lawsuits that I'm going to claim. I might have. Maybe I didn't pay attention to that one. I've been digging into other shit. And all about the Tracy shit. Look, my buddy's in the chat right now. He can confirm everything I said about her. So there's that. The fucking as above, so below. Dude. You guys just don't get it. Like, I'm not psycho. All of the shit I looked out and brought out is true. And then they said, show receipts, show receipts. And as I'm showing receipts, they're telling you people those aren't receipts. And nobody's reading them. They're ignored and passed by. Most of this is the same shit I've been showing since then. Right? People get on here. I had a comment in my comment section the other day that said, you totally flipped. That is not true. I never had a side. I never once had a side. My very first interview was with Miss Linda, Crystal Spencer's mother. That had nothing to do with Jody Sue. I was everywhere. I'm going to. I'm not going to quit. I'm just not going to go and pound as hard. In my community posts, I will. If I see something, I'm going to put it out there because this ain't about money for me. I don't have to go make a video and bring like, oh, this and that. And no, it don't have to be a spectacle. It has to be down and to the point. I implore all you, after learning about the James Skeleton shit and how he wasn't registered for 2 years, to go to your own community leaders and ask and make sure that everybody is accounted for, that is on the registry in your area. I mean, it's just common sense shit. Right. And then they're all like, Jody Sue or somebody said the other day, I forget who it was, she's trying to make local connections. No, there are local connections to me. That foundation that butted their ass into it with Dawn in the beginning is from my area. 100%. It's provable. Again, I'm in a situation. Everything to me is doxing right now. I can't show it. But any one of you are able to go get it been verified, look up the names, look up the companies, go on Facebook, Google. It's easy to do. And most of it is free. Most of it. It's public knowledge. I'm just, like I'm glad people were finally listening to me. That's all I got to say. You know, I'm just not shutting up. That's all there is to it. I just got to be careful the way I bring things out. And I'm still going live tonight to go over at 10 o'clock to go over that podcast, which I find very interesting. I actually didn't end up getting to listen to the second one last night because I ended up looking into this James. My head was all over the place. You know how it goes in research. I was satisfied after listening to the first podcast yesterday. It explained a lot of shit. That's what I'm going to say. Right, Angelina. Like, there's a lot of things people just didn't want to. Yeah, and I do a lot of times, Sagittarius. I do use initials, but it isn't that. It's that people don't understand the things I've been told by, like, per se, Jody Sue or Linda or David, because there's still things I didn't put out there. Not that I don't want to. I don't think that they were important at the time. Maybe now I need to go back and listen to the original recordings and see if there's anything in there that needs to be pulled out of what I have left. I have a lot of stuff. Hold on. What the hell? My potassium dropped the other day. I've had this weird cough since I got back from the hospital. I don't know what it is. Again, I pick everything up. Sorry, guys. I cough, cough, cough. I don't mean to do that in your ears. Listening while doing it. See, and I'm sorry. Hold on, Sister Blue Size, and hi. Um, that's another thing too. You're like, use initials, but here's the thing. I'm telling you names that people have never heard. Even if I use an initial, you're not going to understand it. That's why the fairy tale was made up. Ed was a neighbor to Fred Hill. He, I believe, owns that whole big mountain back where it is a dead end. Yes. And let me explain that too. The dead end, I get it. Ben Hill is a dead end road. But, and Jeremy Pell, and what I'm going to show you tonight, disagrees with me. Okay. But I've heard from other locals that it is a busy road because they use it as a shortcut to get to other roads up there. Okay. Um, at the end of Ben Hill, there is a road called Simpson Road. Everybody knows about that road because Fred Hill's mother lives on it. That makes Dawn and Candace's block not a dead end. It's not one way in. From where Dawn and Candace's house sits, there are two ways in and two ways out. It's kind of common sense. Looking at the map, watching the people that have driven it. Now, yes, if you go beyond that, where Fred Hill lives, it's a dead end. I don't know what I got, Angelina. I really don't. I just know I follow things that seem to be fishy to me. I just went a different direction than they did. I started a different direction than they did. No, that's not true. I reached out to Jody Sue in Messenger. Oh, hold on. I got a cough again. Hold on. Probably caught COVID at that damn hospital. Anyways, where was I? What was I saying? Oh, I reached out to Jody Sue. Okay. Way before I started my channel. I followed Jody Sue on Facebook. I watched her videos on Facebook. I listened to her on Facebook. I misspoke yesterday when I made a post. Seems I do that often. Go ahead, start fucking attacking me. Not before I made my channel, but after I made my channel. I had made a video of Jody Sue at that time. Let me clear this up too, because my video was fucking misinformation. At that time, when you come to Simpson Road, it looked like a driveway. Jody Sue always talked about two driveways. Okay. And it looked like where that weird fire pit is, which I don't think is witchcraft. I think it's just a place they went and fucking drank. Fucking seriously. Okay. uh But where that fire pit is, when Brandon walked through the woods, it showed me that was not a driveway. You can't tell from the way people drove. So I thought that that was a driveway. It is not a driveway. It's just something people fucking walk in the area. Okay? So I made a video, and the video was like slow motion going down Ben Hill. And it was showing the area, and I put the sounds of dogs in the background. Does anybody remember that video? Jody Sue went ape shit. She went and pulled all my messages I sent her from the beginning of what, September or something, August, and showed them on YouTube after I made my video. So my channel was made at that time. I had to remember it's been 2 years. Okay. But Jody Sue went and attacked me and put my private videos, my private messages to her in a video on a live on YouTube. Because we made our channels probably about the same time. Do you get it? Do you see how all of this has been misconstrued? And she's over there threatening me with lawsuits. I don't really give a shit. I did what everybody else was doing. I drove down Ben Hill Road. In a way, I didn't go there because I don't have to go there. I don't have to go harass that neighborhood. Everything's public. Right, Hattie. And they're out here trying to make me look insane. And it does look insane. I agree with them. Yeah, Ed is the biggest property owner. You're correct about that, Green Eyes. What did Sister Blue Eyes say earlier? I took her down and forgot to look at it. If you want to rewrite it, I'm sorry. I see one from you, but I don't think it was the same one. Oh, listening while doing housework. Right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I just want you guys to understand where I'm coming from. And it comes off like it does look freaking insane. You know? I get that. But that's because you guys don't understand. Like, okay, I know this agency is from Pittsburgh. Okay? I know it's from they consider it Pittsburgh. It's from outside of Pittsburgh. If you're in Stiller territory, you're in Pittsburgh. Okay? Whether you're in Butler County, Venango County, any of them, even all the way as far as fucking Forest County, but that ain't Pittsburgh. Always thought that road went over. Yeah, it does, but it's like a walking path. It's not like people ride their horses up there. It does turn into a dead end, just not from where Dawn and Candace is. Beyond that, beyond Simpson Road. So people keep saying, like, that's a dead end. This can't happen. That can't happen. Where they are right there, it is not a dead end. The road itself is a dead end, but Dawn and Candace's street is not. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I never seen that. I thought it just ended at the Redmonds. That's what I thought. I'm saying it's crazy. Anybody who disagrees with them, it's a complete attack. Hold on. I think so too, exploited innocence. I can agree 100% with that. Have a great day at work. I'm going to be ending soon anyway. This wasn't supposed to be a long live because I have a better live planned for tonight. But I'm just trying to get this stuff out on my community posts, and I don't want you guys to be confused while you're reading it. I'm trying to do it in a way that it is not confusing the best I can. That's all I'm saying. Yes, I try to follow the rules, and I have since day one. I've read the YouTube rules. Do I break them sometimes? Yeah, I probably do because I don't know them like the back of my hand, you know? But I try my best to do it right. I try to stay unbiased. I leave my videos mostly with a question mark until they started attacking me. Then some of my videos were attacks back. I'm not out to hurt nobody. I'm just doing exactly what they're doing. It's just different people. And I don't even right. And I don't even want to like fight with nobody. That's the thing. In my eyes, everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. Okay? I welcome opinions. I like hearing opinions. When you give me an opinion, I like to debate. I might debate your opinion. But if you win the fight, I'm going to tell you, yeah, you have a good point. I'm going to listen. That's all there is to it. That's all I want you guys to understand. I'm not sitting here. I don't want to attack my subs. I don't want my subs to attack me. I don't want to attack these stupid people that can't read and acknowledge and like they don't even know what the hell they're reading. A lot of them. They sound stupid when they try to put receipts against me, and it's exactly what I'm saying. We all know who that's in reference to. They tried yesterday again. Again, I ignored it. I will, Sagittarius, and I'm not quitting. You're welcome. Or whoever gave you the education. I don't know that that was me. But I am going to get off of here. I do have a better. Yep. I do have a better live planned for tonight. I'm only basing my opinions off the first podcast that I heard. I do plan to listen to the rest of them. I did like what the podcasts that I heard. Okay? So that's what I'm going to say. It clears up a bunch of misinformation, and you'll see that when I play it. I owe Jeremy Pill an apology because I reposted that video and put it with some other shit because that's how it looked. And that's because JLR probably took that clip and chopped it to hell. After listening to the podcast, I have a different perspective. So I will see you guys tonight at 10, and peace and love to you all. Bye.